by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
Butler's another really good team, and that's a stretch that we're on right now that we've been talking about, all year. Just, we got tough game after tough game after tough game. If you look at the scores around the league, it just proves that anybody can be beat on any given night.
Our non-conference thus far, we've done fairly well thus far non-conference, but the success of our non-conference will in large ways be determined by how we play this week.
Defensively, we're going to continue to work hard and do our thing on that end of the floor, but offensively, I think we need to make a lot of changes to what we planned on doing because we were struggling with our with what we were trying to execute offensively.
I feel like we came out a little timid, a little shell-shocked. We are running a lot of sophomores, and so we have 3 upperclassmen, and that showed last night.
What it came down to is as we evaluated both teams and looked at how they rank, obviously we think highly of both teams. One's at 11, one's at 12. But what it really came down to is Alabama is 3-1 against current top 25 teams, and Miami is 0-1.
I'm wondering how much movement these conference championship games can make down below. Can anything else happen to help some of these bubble teams? Because you are going to have some teams that can claim a win.
We're talking about some of the commentary that has been made about his character, about the person that he is, about what his intentions are, from people that, quite frankly, don't know anything about Azeez Al-Shaair.
So not just fans, they are in love with Hallmark movies, and I think that has been what has driven people to come up and just be in the space where the actors were, where the crew were, where the Magic Hat lived.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Day and Other Things on 1590 KVGB 95.5 FM. Welcome to the Wednesday show, halfway through the week here on the program. Steve Webster with you. Mike Corson is in. Mike Hesher and Landon Winkler running the video stream today. On the program, we'll get you ready for Friday night, season opener for the Great Bend Panthers at the historic Panther Fieldhouse. So we'll talk Great Bend Lady Panther basketball with first-year head coach Jade Winters. She'll be previewing the season opener against South, and she'll be joined in the studio by seniors Jillian Reimer and Jordan Harbaugh. Former Central Plains Oiler Miles Menges will join the show to recap his stellar career at Fort Hays State that culminated in him being named the MIAA Defensive Player of the Year. Quite a career for Miles, and the coolest thing was he kept his quarterback number all 4 years, or all 5 years, or 6 years, because there's a COVID year in there. But that's cool. If you're a defensive end and you can be number 4, that's good. That makes you much quicker. Wednesday sports headlines. By the way, you're on number 4, Mike Hesher, because Mike Corson today goes on the prowl. He'll be talking wrestling with Great Bend Panther wrestling coach Lars Luters.
It's become quite a production. I like it.
That's why Hesh has got to grab mic number 3. And then Landon can, anyway, okay. But we will begin today with Barton basketball. On our Sounds the past 24 hours, that's Barton assistant coach Austin Downey talking about another tough one tonight for the Barton Cougars, this time on the road after they lost to Cali at home on Saturday. Now you got to start another 35-game winning streak. That'd be all right. First up, the Butler Grizzlies in the power plant in El Dorado. Butler currently undefeated in conference play. They are 3-0, along with Coffeyville, who's 3-0. Cali leading the conference right now at 4-0. Butler's 8-1 overall. Cloud, Barton, both 3-1. Colby 2-2. Hutch 2-2. That's the top half of the standings in the Jayhawk Conference Division I. Barton women will try to get their first conference win tonight. Lady Cougars sitting at 0-4 right now. They're at the bottom with Northwest Tech. So is that Fort Hays Tech Northwest now?
Yes, that's correct.
It's Northwest Tech. FHTN.
Well, I think they got some Fort Hays money there.
Well, probably. I would say that's probably why it's on there. So, Lady Cougars need a win tonight. It won't be easy at the power plant against a Butler team that's just 1-2 in conference. They're 6-2 overall.
Wait, and so you go back to last November. Barton loses a game early in the season. All right, we got a good team out on the hill, but whatever. That was it.
That was it.
It's just kind of fun. You take for granted later they won the national title, but what were you thinking December 1st?
Who broadcast that game last year?
Was not me. That's what you're asking.
Oh, that wasn't you?
Not last year.
Yeah,
No.
okay, I thought.
I didn't do 2 games in a row. Okay, thank you. I see where you're going with this. You know, Alan Clark's already told us the other day that we needed to replace me, so Cole will be back.
Cole Reif is back in the seat tonight, so his November sabbatical is over. Cole Reif returns to the broadcast chair tonight to get things turned around in El Dorado. 5:15 for the pregame on B1043 The Point. Bill Self on a big week for KU basketball, ranked number 1 in the country, 7-0, but they've got 2 tough road games. Starts in Omaha tonight against Creighton. The Blue Jays, though, have lost 3 straight games.
Have they really?
Yes, they dropped out of the top 25. Oh. It's part of the Big 12 Big East Challenge tonight. KU basketball, broadcast coverage starting at 7 on Hits 106.9, and then KU goes to Columbia.
That'll be fun.
To take on the Missouri Tigers on Sunday.
And I've been told you can't really say border war anymore. It's like the border battle. You know, Missouri, Kansas.
I think you can say it. Who told you that?
I heard it on a podcast.
If you look at the top 25 scores last night, once again, you're seeing the parity in men's college basketball, just like everything else. Most of the top 25s that played last night got beat. So no guarantees.
We'll see. It'll be a tough game tonight. Creighton's
up there in Omaha.
Well,
sure.
They're the best team in Nebraska, although Nebraska went in there and won. So I'm sure that son-in-law Cornhusker man will give me the business should that KU victory not happen tonight. Okay, high school basketball. Hoisington went to a jamboree.
Correct.
On Tuesday night?
Monday night. He went to Garden City.
So who are the other teams there?
It was Holcomb and Garden City.
Okay, all right. Kyle Haxton took time this week. You went to practice yesterday, right?
I was at practice last night, yes.
But he's kind of had to change his thought on what he wants to try to do this year.
Well, I always get in trouble for saying too much, so I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say. Ask me questions.
Did he say off the record?
No, he did not say off the record.
Okay, but
he'll learn.
Hoiston does not have a 6'7" post.
No, they do not.
They do not have a 6'3" power forward.
They have one gentleman who's 6'4".
Okay, all right. But then it's
6 foot and under team.
All right, so they open against Scott City,
which has like a 6'7" stud.
Trina Luters, head coach for the Lady Cardinals. A lot of younger players getting
3 upperclassmen. That's all she has. And the total roster totals 15.
Well, it goes from a roster that was full of seniors last year.
And that's what I wondered if some of the underclass now sophomores and juniors didn't go out because that team was so loaded with seniors last year. But I don't know. That's just theory on my part.
That's Heshekshire.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Heshekshire. So, yeah, you'll have the call Friday night on 100.7 Eagle Country against Scott City. High school rankings released yesterday by the KBCA. On the boys' side, Great Bend checks in at number 5 in the state in the preseason. Capon number 1, Highland Park 2, Shawnee Heights 3, Andover 4. Then you have Great Bend, Casey Piper, St. Thomas Aquinas 7, Baser Linwood 8, Topeka West 9, and Mays South 10. The Pratt Greenback boys are ranked 9th in 4A. Ellsworth, 9th in Class 3A. Sterling, who Great Bend will play at the Kingman Eagle Classic next Thursday, I should. No, it's next Tuesday. Okay, I get that right. Whew, it's going to be a busy week next week, Ash. Sterling's ranked number 2 in Class 2A. The Maxville Mustangs, number 5 in 1A Division 1 boys. Central Plains checking in at number 7. La Crosse, number 8. And Hodgman County, number 9.
What do you got for May South girls?
I was getting to the girls' rankings.
Oh, okay. That was all boys, wasn't it? I was so caught up in my own thoughts that I was Waiting for an open.
Class 5A. We'll start in 6A because Liberal is the only WAC team there's 2 WAC teams ranked, only one in 6A. That is Liberal at number 10. Hayes High, number 9 in Class 5A. And the Lady Mavs of May South ranked number 4.
So this is what's interesting. So the May South boys, they're number 10. Obviously, the team that knocked out Great Bend last year. It was basically a senior field roster. So the May South girls also took some lumps. Got 3 major transfers in, 2 from Wichita and the McPherson sophomore point guard. So we
NIL money?
We throw shade at the private schools all the time, but May South is the winner of this year's draft. So 4A, we'll see how long that holds.
And again, the preseason, it you really don't have a good judge on it, but I'm glad you have something out there. And Great Bend number 5. Okay, other girls teams, let's see. Central Kansas League's going to be loaded again.
Oh, man, you're not kidding.
Heston 1 in 3A, Halstead 3 in 3A, Haven number 6 in 3A, and Hillsboro's number 2 in Class 2A. Class 1A, Division 1, St. John number 4 in the preseason poll, Central Plains number 6 in the preseason poll in 1A D1.
Weren't we super impressed with Heston last year? They have everybody back. I would be actually shocked if they got beat this year.
I would concur.
Okay, let's see. College football playoff. Committee Chairman Wade Manuel on why Alabama's over Miami. Well, they're 3-1 against whatever, and Miami's 0-1.
But it's Alabama.
Objectively,
It's all about the SEC.
Yes, it is.
But objectively, it is the right argument. It's uncomfortable. We don't like the SEC in these parts, but
yeah. But if it was reversed, do you think Miami would be above Alabama?
you like to think. If what you're saying, if
the dog wouldn't have stopped to take it, well, never mind.
ESPN's Heather Dinich on how this weekend's conference championship games might change the landscape. That's what's kind of goofed up about this. Some teams, it's going to be a disadvantage, especially if you lose in a championship game, while other teams who didn't qualify for it sit at home.
They were trying to pin him down by saying, since a lot of those teams are not in action, are there going to be any changes? And he says, if they're not playing, there's no more data points. They can't move. And he says, so I want you to be clear on this. There's not going to be any changes. And he said, there's no more data points. But yeah, it makes sense if somebody pulls a big upset, they might leapfrog, that type of deal.
Or somebody looks really, really bad.
Yeah, it drops out.
I had all the matchups, but they're on the printer back there.
Are you trying to tell what you want somebody to go get it?
Yeah, run and get him real quick, Mike. Okay. All right, Mike Corson comes around the corner, turns left, moves past the big window.
Hope he didn't run into anybody.
Yes, we'll have those in just a moment. That was Nick Caserio, general manager of the Houston Texans, not happy with the way Al-Shaair or Aziz Al-Shaair is being treated by the media and people. He's been suspended 3 weeks by the NFL for his hit on Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence.
April Fools, there was nothing on the printer.
Got to hit that print button, Webby.
No, it's probably down in the newsroom where somebody grabbed the pile of things on there and didn't check.
That's true, too, yes.
So you cut the clip off here. What I enjoyed, it was a terrible hit, and I used some stuff. But so he took a lot of heat. But the people who seem to know him say he's actually a pretty good guy. Never been in trouble.
Absolutely.
So was it the GM? I missed that part.
Yes, Nick Caserio.
He goes on to start swearing and said, frankly, it's a bunch of the
I didn't use the bleeped out version.
Yeah. I appreciated the linemen sticking up for their guy. I appreciate him sticking up for his guy.
Let's put a flag on the quarterback because they're running for extra yards. I think once you leave the pocket and you start running and show intention that you're a ball carrier, you're a ball carrier.
But wouldn't that have been a penalty on anybody? He went high and...
Yeah, but it's... But
extra.
I don't know if he went high. The quarterback went low and slid backwards.
If you go to greatbendpost.com, I posted the AP story yesterday. Some guy didn't know that hit was going to happen, got a photo of that play developing. Just remarkable that it's the train wreck's coming, and Trevor Lawrence's eyes are getting bigger. Great
Okay,
shot.
and finally, Cindy McLean, owner of Wild About Harry on Independence Square in Kansas City, talking about the uptick in visitors since the airing of the Chiefs' Hallmark movie, Holiday Touchdown, A Chiefs Love Story. Something that has hit very, very close to home for Mike Corson.
I think.
Are you
Landon
going to
keep
go
it
there
in.
now?
I am absolutely gonna go.
Because multiple stations, according to Cindy McLean, multiple spaces were used on and off screen. Wild About Harry was transformed into the KC Corner Store and Fan Cave, and her Inn Above, Ophelia's, was used as a last-minute dressing room for the cast one night. Other places you can stop at when you go on your Kansas City journey to...
Yeah, it was so quaint. I thought it was a neighboring town, maybe Liberty or Carthage. I don't even know if that's a neighboring town, but one of those historic town squares. But yeah, evidently it was downtown Kansas City.
Where was it at? Was it Westport, or do you know? Was it just
They
downtown?
said Maple Street, but he just said
Independence Square.
Okay.
And remember, as you're watching the people all bundled up because it's football season, it's Christmas.
Okay.
It was 105 degrees in July when they filmed that.
Okay. Some other places to visit that were transformed included Square Pizza. I don't understand this one. Did you watched the whole thing and then watched it
Twice.
again? What was Direct Casket Outlet used for?
There was a
Was there
one of the main joints was a barbecue joint.
Well, that was Donna Kelsey's barbecue restaurant. But what about Direct Casket Outlet?
Yeah, there was a guy sitting in the corner that didn't move much, but I just thought he was
an
extra.
Ed Begley's hardware store.
Donna Kelsey has a barbecue place in Kansas City?
Of course.
Oh, my
Oh,
heavens.
so she's in it. She's kind of the big cameo for some reason. Terrible actress, but I'm going to say it. I'll say it.
Jeez.
But so the part that bugged me, Mike Hesher, was this guy. He goes into the barbecue joint and he's wearing like a pristine white hoodie.
Oh, no way.
Eating ribs with his hands. Get out of here. And then the other part was the snow was the worst snow I've ever seen in a TV movie.
Yeah, Hesh learned that lesson when he wore his white Barton basketball shirt, and then it had ketchup on the
Not
front
sure
of
what it was, but Jeremy Combs is supposed to be getting me another one, though. I'm calling him out. He
Is that
told
how
me.
you do? You get ketchup on your shirt and you get another one. Okay, very good.
Get some Tide.
All right.
I tried. I used Dawn. Come on now.
You can keep that sheet.
Cindy McLean will sign it.
Cindy McLean. You can go down there and talk to her and all the places you need. The Casket Outlet. Sale.
And the Royals signed a contract with a TV contract yesterday as well, just to throw that in there.
Oh, and
Pressure's on, Mike Corson.
Yeah, what did I say?
K-State got their boy from Goodland.
Yeah, we talked
yeah.
yesterday that he might
Yeah.
go to Oregon, and they reported he signed his
He
letter of
signed
intent
this
for
morning.
K-State.
All right, we need to roll. Great Bend Lady Panther basketball up next on Sports Day.
Today, the place to be in the 20K Christmas Cash Giveaway is Jim Lowe Glass Center, 12th and Kansas, Great Bend. 20K Christmas Cash Giveaway is presented to you by Bauer Computers, Mail Money Management, and Mayer Plumbing Heating and Air, your Bryant dealer, whatever it takes. The team at Jim Lowe Glass Center would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. They are proud to be part of this community and remind you to shop local this holiday season. For the month of December, Jim Lowe Glass will be running a special. Windshields are 10% off. Stop by and see them today and get signed up for the 20K Christmas Cash Giveaway. You have until 4 o'clock today, and don't forget, while you're there, schedule your windshield replacement. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of their family to yours. Jim Lowe Glass Center. Get registered today in the 20K Christmas Cash Giveaway. Don't forget, Jim Lowe Glass will be running a special for the month of December. Windshields are 10% off. Stop by and see them today. The 20K Christmas Cash Giveaway presented by Bauer Computers, Mail Money Management, and Mater Plumbing, Heating and Air, your Bryant dealer, whatever it takes.
Take your passion for creating magic behind the curtain to new levels with Barton Community College's Technical Theater program. This new program is designed for students to learn how to create breathtaking light shows, run a state-of-the-art soundboard, and build captivating sets. Unleash your creativity and earn an associate's degree to build the skills you need for a career in theater. Now enrolling for the fall semester. Learn more at techtheater.bartonccc.edu.
Hey everyone, this is Cole Wright, voice of the Barton Cougars. Attending sporting events for Barton Community College is great, but did you know you can support the athletic teams even further by getting involved with the Cougar Booster Club? The Boosters help with fundraising for equipment and facility upgrades to give Barton athletes every opportunity to keep succeeding at the regional and national levels. Join the Cougar Booster Club as an individual or business. Call 620-792-9377. Become a booster today. Go Cougars.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmys make it happen.
Sports Day is presented by Barton Community College and the Cougar Athletic Department. Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Also brought to you in part by the Animal Medical Center in Great Bend. Large or small, they take care of them all. Great Bend Rec Commission, dedicated to improving our community and the lives of its individuals. And Eller Automotive Repair, where they specialize in wheel alignments, oil changes, general maintenance for all makes and models of cars and small trucks. Time to talk Great Bend Lady Panther basketball. Head coach Jade Winter is in with us. Also, Jillian Reimer and senior Jordan Harbaugh. Did I get that right? Did I off to a good start today?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Coach Winter, welcome to the studio. And, you land the Great Bend job, and okay, that's really cool. It's down the road a little bit, and then here we are 2 days away from your Great Bend or your debut for Great Bend High School. How are you feeling right now?
It's pretty exciting.
Go ahead and pull that mic down just a little bit. There you go.
It's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to actually getting going, and I think the girls are ready to get going. They're a little tired of just doing everything during practices, and once we start going to games, I think it'll go really fast, and it'll be really fun.
Okay, so let everyone know kind of your background. You came from Otis Bison High School, and maybe your journey there, a Derby product and a Fort Scott Greyhound, I guess, right?
Yep, I graduated from Derby High School. I played for Jody Karsak. She's the best person ever. She's a mentor in my life. And then I went on to play at Fort Scott, and I played there for a year, and then I went to Park University up in Kansas City. And then after I graduated, I was like, well, maybe grad school sounds cool, so I moved out to Bison where our family had a farm, and I lived out there. And the athletic director at Otis, Stan Avey at the time, was like, hey, we need a basketball coach, and I heard that, you might be interested, and that's where I landed in Otis. And then kind of the same thing here. Westerhouse gave me a call, and he was like, we need a basketball coach in Great Bend. So I just made the little truck over here.
Isn't it nice because Stan was your assistant too, wasn't he? Yeah. He's kind of like the director of basketball operations. That makes it nice, huh?
Yeah, he did everything. It was great.
So when you come in, what's the challenges to, starting your own program?
I would say mostly trust, just from my coaching staff with all of the girls, not just me being able to trust everybody, but for them to trust me. I'm kind of at the head of everything, and, you have to, I guess, have a lot of trust in order to get where you need to be.
Okay, so describe the Jade Winter style of coaching.
I really like to play fast basketball. Fast, aggressive. We're getting up and down the floor. If we don't have to run an offense when we get down there, great. That's what I like the most. I'm really excited that we get a shot clock this year. I just think that the game's going to speed up so much, and it's going to be more of that college feel, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Defensively, kind of your style, or is it defensively kind of a style that you take with what the personnel you have each year?
Yeah, I like to use the word tenacious defense.
I like that.
I want to just get after it, get lots of deflections. Even if we don't get a lot of steals, just getting a hand on the ball and deflecting it out of bounds really just changes the mindset of the offensive team.
Talk about these two seniors that are in here with you today. It's always nice to have seniors when you're coming in and installing your own program.
Yeah, Jordan and Jill are great. They are leaders off the floor. They're leaders on the floor. They know what's expected of them at all times. They both played 4 years, so they know what it's supposed to look like. whenever they're coming into practice every day. We have player-led team meetings. So the players have to hold their own team meetings, and the first one was the seniors led it, and it was just expectations. They set all the expectations for on the bus, on the court, off the court, and I think it was great for them to showcase their leadership to everybody else.
Jill, what are some of the expectations that came across in this players-only or the players-led meeting?
So a couple were just like be good teammates and be respectful of one another, and just overall have camaraderie. Like, you know, we put a quote, you need to put the me before the we, or the we before the me.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah, and just overall just have a good morale, and
Okay, so you have to go through a coaching change, right? So, and you're kind of waiting in limbo. Okay, I wonder who the coach is going to be. Who's the coach is going to be? What was your reaction? You found out, Coach Winter. Okay, so what was that like going through and finally finding out who your coach was going to be, and maybe your thoughts at that time?
I was intrigued. I was really excited to see who this new coach was. Obviously, Beck was an amazing coach. However, we can't change her decision. So
Right.
Jade was an excellent choice, and I'm glad to have her.
Jordan, what were your thoughts?
I was definitely really excited. It's really nerve-wracking because you don't know the coaching style or what to expect from them or their personality. But I definitely think that it was a great surprise. And I love Winter's coaching style and everything.
Tenacious defense. Is that something that she instilled very early?
Yeah, she definitely did. Summer League started, and she's having us get up and down the court fast. We're playing rough defense. We are going after every ball. We were just really attacking everything, I'd say. Yeah, definitely tenacious.
How do you feel? Here you go. You're going into your senior season. How excited are you about that?
I'm really excited. I definitely think it'll be fun. I'm excited to be playing with my other seniors with me. I've been playing with them since forever, so it's nice to have everyone with me.
All right, Jill, take this as a compliment, okay? You are a grizzled veteran, okay? You played a lot of basketball for Great Bend High School already. What are some goals that you want to do to improve your game that will improve the we on the Panthers this year?
Hopefully shoot the basketball more and make it hit the backboard even.
I think you'll be fine.
But yeah, just improving my shooting accuracy and overall just leadership on the court. Just hopefully improving myself and my vocality and even just my leadership through my skills and everything. So.
Defensively, you've been known as the stalwart, the stopper on the team. I mean, you end up playing the other team's best player if you're in man defense. Is that a challenge you like?
I do. It definitely, offensively, I'm not top tier or anything, but defensively, that definitely improves my confidence, especially being able to guard their number one, and being able to stop the ball and get my team, help my team in other ways.
Jordan, you giggled there. He's like, shoot, Jill, shoot.
Yes, we've had lots of Jill incidents.
How have the workouts gone? I mean, from day one, you had the summer league, and now you feel good going in that, okay, we finally got Coach Winter's style down, and we're ready to go out and execute it?
Yep. We had 2-a-days the first week of practice, and at first it was a little rough, but she bribed us with breakfast after, and so she fueled us, and we were definitely ready to get after it, and there's some kinks in just us trying to figure it out, but it's definitely, her workouts are definitely improving us. So,
Jordan, what are your goals this year for you to, where you want to improve on that again that can help the we?
I'm really hoping to just step up as a leader in general. Definitely my offense could use some more confidence, but I think I do try and make up for that on the defensive side. But yeah, I'd say overall just mostly leadership on the court and off.
So Jill is like, shoot, Jordan, shoot. Or is it?
I feel like that's an overall feeling with the whole team.
It is true because there's players that are returning, but you're in new roles where you do need to score a little bit more this year. So that's a different mentality a little bit, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Like last year and years past, I've always just kind of been the passer or anything because there's people with better shooting, and now I've got to step up into those roles, and so do a whole bunch of other people. So,
Coach, what excites you the most about tomorrow night? Take it on us, it is Wednesday, isn't it? Don't panic. You don't have a game tomorrow night, okay? Yeah,
I was like, that's a good one.
You didn't know the game got moved? Come on. So you get Salina South right out of the chute, and you get to go against a 6-3 post to start the season. So has it been working mostly on you guys now, or, can you even kind of look ahead to South at all?
Yeah, today we're going to really just start looking into them. We have done a little bit of film study, just mostly on their post and kind of just seeing how their offense works around her. And we're going to try something just a little bit different because she does score a lot of points. She is probably their main fuel for their offense. And I think if we stop her, we'll be successful.
So how do you instill that confidence as, talking to Jill and Jordan about players that will be stepping into some new roles where scoring is going to be big? So kind of what's your message to the entire team on, maybe changing roles or doing something a little bit different they've done in the past?
I would just say the more reps that we get in those different positions is going to help us in the long run. There are a lot of girls that haven't even stepped foot on the varsity floor, and they're needing to go out and put in a big chunk of minutes. And I think just telling them all the time, hey, we need you out here, whether you can contribute on offense only or defense only, we need you on the floor, and you have to stay on the floor.
Cassie Elligood's back this year, so how's she looked in the preseason so far?
She's looked good. We had our jamboree last night at Southeast Saline, and she played hard every minute she was out there. Overall, we didn't shoot well as a team, but she has a quick shot whenever she catches it in the high post, and if we can get those to start going in, we'll be pretty successful.
Jill, what's that like, have that big target back for you down low?
It's definitely good. I definitely love having her back on the team. We've played together for several years, and just having that connection with her definitely helps, and I'm really excited to see what she can do this season.
Coach, your feelings right now, a couple days before you get going?
I don't know. I can't really say I'm nervous. I think my nervousness is more turning into excitement because we open up at home. I'm excited to see how many people come out to support Great Bend basketball. I've heard great things from my grandparents about how many people go out, and so I'm just really excited.
You guys are playing in one of the coolest high school arenas in the state, too. I love the Panther Fieldhouse, especially on Friday night. Jordan, Jill, hey, thanks for coming in today. See, that wasn't that bad at all, was it? Okay. I don't know who the nervous one was, but they did really good. Coach, thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you.
And appreciate you making time so we can meet the Lady Panthers, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We're going to talk to Miles Menges about his MIAA Defensive Player of the Year at Fort Hays State. That's coming up next year on Sports Day.
From the Mail Money Management Studios, 1590 KVGB, Great Bend, and 95.5 FM K238CK, Hoisington.
When it comes to car maintenance, it's good to know a local guy that can get things done. The Eller family has been in the auto repair business in Great Bend forever. Greg Eller continues that long tradition of helping people. Eller Automotive Repair specializes in wheel alignments, oil changes, and general maintenance for all makes and models of cars and small trucks. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 Fridays. Eller Automotive Repair at 915 Morton, right behind Great Bend Appliance, Furniture, and Sleep Source, 10th and Morton.
When you run a fleet business, delay is a dirty word. What fuels me to stay on schedule? My clients, their clients, and everyone's bottom line. What fuels my fleet? Cenex Roadmaster XL, a premium diesel fuel formulated with its best additive package yet to clean the entire fuel system for more power, less maintenance, and better fuel economy. Cenex Roadmaster XL, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact American Plains Co-op Fuel Department in Great Bend, your certified Cenex distributor.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Dr. Nels here, Animal Medical Center, and today we're going to give a shout out to all the supporting cast at these basketball games. We have some great young men and young women on the court, but we also have some great young men and women playing their instruments, cheering, dancing, all those things. Let's clap for them. When they perform and get done, let's show them a round of applause, show them some love as well, because they deserve it. Dr. Nels here, Animal Medical Center, large or small, we take care of them all.
Sports, leisure, fitness and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs, it's all here at Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend. Or check out the website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Presented by Barton Community College and the Cougar Athletic Department.
Sports Day also brought to you every day by Equity Bank. Here when you need us, bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. And the American Plains Co-op Bulk Fuel Department featuring number 2 clear diesel, bulk fuel, E10, fuel delivery, and all your lubricants and fuel supply. Joining us now from Hayes, America, the pride of Bushton, Kansas, Miles Minges. Miles, thanks for taking time to talk to us today. How are things up there?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. Everything's going good up here. We're wrapping up the end of the semester. Football just ended. Everything's good up here.
Has it hit that at least your college football career is over? You've been involved in the Fort Hays athletic program for a long time now.
A little bit, yeah. I went from going to having meetings 6-7 hours a day, meetings, practice, and now I have nothing in the afternoon. So, yeah, it's definitely hit this week.
Okay, your ascension, I guess, is pretty cool. So, you started off, you've been at all 4 levels, okay, of all conference honors. You went from honorable mention in 21, third team in 22, second team in 2023, first team 2024, and the MIAA Defensive Player of the Year. That's, yes, I guess they say you want to get better every year. That's kind of the way it went for you, right?
Yep, yes, sir. I mean, there's absolutely no complacency here. And that just goes to show how good Coach Brown, Coach Harris, and Coach Hickel are at developing athletes. And, not just from the athletic standpoint, but just as a man. So, yeah.
Boy, you go back at, Central Plains High School, first team selection as a senior, 8-man Division I. You had all those honors, and then you signed with Fort Hays State. And, of course, were you looking at still wanting to pursue being a quarterback, or kind of talk about the transition from, I mean, you played defense in high school, of course, but to being a defensive end?
Yeah. So I actually came into Hays as an athlete, and that summer before my redshirt year, we were at 7-on-7, and I was bouncing around between quarterback, tight end, linebacker, and safety. I was getting reps at all those positions, so yeah, I had no clue. And then one 7-on-7 practice, the linebacker coach was out there. He's like, "Yep, I want you to play linebacker." So stuck with linebacker for a couple of years, and then we were low on depth at defensive line. And that's when Coach Hickel became the defensive line coach, and he's like, yep, I want you down there with me. So I made that transition.
Well, hey, you were honorable mention all MIAA as a linebacker. I said, man, come on, Hickel, man, I'm getting this position down. You want me to go defensive end now? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it was crazy. I put on about 20 to 25 pounds too, but it was all possible, and here we are.
How much does it? I mean, Central Plains has had an impact on Fort Hays State. Lane Bieberly, had a tremendous career, because not only, of course, at Central Plains, but at Fort Hays State as well. And you've kind of kept that flag flying. How does that make you feel? I mean, is there pride there being an Oiler up in Fort Hays State Tigerland?
Oh, most definitely. And I will always have the pride of being an Oiler, and that's something I can, I run into people at Dillon's, and they're like, Miles, hey, Bushton, I just came from the, CP Oilers. Yeah, and it's a combo that I can always carry on with people at being from Claflin.
Okay, the coolest thing about it is, you went up there, and I like this because, most defensive ends are like, I don't know, 79 or you kept the number 4. And, if you wear a number 4, even if you're defensive end, I mean, that makes a 4-6 into a 4-4 right away. How did you fit into a number 4 jersey? Because those usually come a little small, don't they?
Yeah. It was a medium along with, what the safeties and receivers were wearing. No, it took a couple guys each game to help me get that jersey over my badge.
8-3, and that was a heck of a season turnaround. And you guys made the big stop in the Kearney game, and it's one of those, you get late in the game when you're thinking, okay, man, I'm down to my last few plays of my Fort Hays State career. That probably doesn't even cross your mind, does it? But I mean, that's a heck of a way to end your career, even though you didn't get to a bowl game or the playoffs, which you were very close at.
Yeah, I mean, I think my thoughts throughout the Kearney game was, let's come out of this game with a win. Don't think about anything past this. And then, we walk out of Kearney with a win. And at that point, we're all thinking, we've maybe got a chance at playoffs, but, bowl games, maybe pretty promising. And then a week later, we figure out we're not going to playoffs nor bowl games. So that was devastating. But, yeah, it was quite the turnaround from 2 years ago when we were 3-8. But those were the same guys that stuck around on the team. And, the leadership from the coaches to the guys on the team. I think we had 23 seniors this year. That just shows that, the chemistry and the grind that we put in together it showed off with our 8-3 season this year.
Coach Brown has said this. Jared Walbrock, the former, or not he's the former, I'm the former voice of Fort Hays State Tigers. He was my yearling when I was up there. But they both said that, one of the keys to the turnaround was the senior leadership, and they both mentioned you. How's that make you feel?
That's a very big honor for them both to say that. And, I don't even realize that I'm leading, but I guess I did make a bigger impact than what I thought. But, it makes me feel great that they think that way.
Yeah, Chris Brown, since he took over at Fort Hays State, before that they'd had record for wins in a season was 8 and had been reached just 6 times. And now since Coach Brown's been there, they've hit that standard 6 times on the last 9 seasons. You've been part of that. What does it feel like to be part of that Fort Hays State football culture that is just grown immensely and is back again, the growl back in Tiger Town football?
Yeah, it feels amazing, and I think that just goes to show how good of a coach Coach Brown is and what he is building here and how he produces the talent on and off the field. I mean, he's just an unbelievable guy, and I absolutely would not want to play for anybody else.
How does it feel to go through a COVID football season? I know that's a few years ago now, thankfully, to get that out, but what was that like?
It was weird. It was awkward. I mean, we were still training, doing morning runs, lifting just about every day during the fall, and then in the spring we actually had 3 games, I believe. We played School Mines, Southwestern Oklahoma, Northwestern Oklahoma, just in little scrimmages, but it was so weird, and nobody knew what the future held, so we were kind of just taking it day by day, but yeah, it was definitely different.
Okay, and we've talked about your accolades on the field, MIAA Player of the Year, but you've been on the MIAA Academic Honor Roll, I believe, every year you've been at Fort Hays State. Is that right?
Sir.
So
Yes, sir.
What's your major?
Sports administration. I got my undergrad in sports and recreation management, and I will graduate with my master's in sports administration next Friday.
How's that make you feel there, big guy?
Unbelievable. You know, coming in, I struggled with my very first class with psychology, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. But here we are 6 years later, and, you know, I'm getting my master's.
Well, hey, Curtis Hammockey's not going to be the AD up there much longer. I'm telling you, Curtis getting old and long in the tooth, man. So, I mean, there you go. There's an opportunity, another goal you can reach right there.
Yeah.
So, what are your? I mean, that's what you want to do, right? To get in there. I mean, you want to be an athletic director, or what's the path for you right now?
Well, that's what I thought I wanted to do. I'm actually going to work for Federated Insurance. I'm going to sell some insurance.
All right. Well, this is a good place to start down here. Oh, Landon running the video stream over here, and he needs some of that too. So, but
yeah.
So when you look back, I guess we're talking to Miles Mingus, tremendous career at Fort Hays State, and just try to look back. Okay, maybe you've signed at Fort Hays, you really don't know what to expect, and then here you are, 6 years later, and seeing what happened. What kind of ride is it? How would you explain the journey you've been on the last 6 years?
Just pure excitement. You know, I believe it was January my senior year of high school. I was fully enrolled to K-State, already had roommates picked out and everything, and Coach Brown hits me up and he says, hey, we want you to come on a visit. And at that point, I was, locked into K-State, just going to attend school and be a normal college student. And then Coach Brown texts me a week later and says, hey, we want you to come on a visit. And ever since then, the rest is history. But it's just been pure excitement. The amount of connections and friendships I've made from here is, something I'll never forget.
Isn't that amazing? When you go through life and you've got a fork in the road, which one do you take? Which one do I do? And it sounds like you picked out the right road.
Most definitely, yep. Just trusting God at that point. Hope I made the right decision.
Okay, you've got a lot of pull over there since you're an ex-Oiler and everything. I've been saying for a long time, one game a year, Central Plains plays at Bushton on one of the nicest football fields around. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome. I love it. I love that they do that.
Yeah, well, I want a varsity game over there. I don't, I'm just going to, I always throw that out every year and everybody gets mad at me. But anyway. Miles,
I think that'd be sweet.
Yeah, okay, see, I like that. All right. Miles, thanks for taking the time today. Congratulations on a fantastic career, and you're going to do great in insurance or whatever you want to do. And thanks for being on Sports Day today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, Miles Mingus, our guest here on Sports Day on the Prowl. Mike Corson next.
If you're needing a healthcare plan for your business, let the experienced and dedicated staff at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's need. Regardless if you're a large corporation or a small business on Main Street, Freedom Claims Management Incorporated can help you provide your employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. Visit freedomclaimsinc.com where you can schedule a free, no-obligation health assessment today. Freedom Claims Management Incorporated in Great Bend.
How have things gone at your new school?
Yeah, I mean, enjoying it so far. And first of all, I appreciate having me on. And you know, it's obviously a lot of football games and listening to the radio, and you guys have an impressive thing going here. And I think it's good for the kids, for the community, and how it should be done. So I appreciate that.
Tell you what, we enjoy it so much, and it's not possible without you and you guys and the kids. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on. I know we talked to you. It was a big excitement when it was announced that you were coming, and one of the things was the facilities here. How have you enjoyed the new facilities over at the Lair?
Yeah, love it, absolutely love it. So I mean, to have everything in one spot, the size of the room, you know, the setup where you know you got locker rooms, and you know I'm walking around all the time and just having visions of the future. You know, sprucing that thing up, making it look like a college facility, and thinking back to all the college wrestling facilities I've been to and different ideas, and you know that'll be a work in progress, and I'm sure a lot of that will be done in the off season. But yeah, we're excited to get that kind of spruced up, make it look top notch, which it should. And, but yeah, it's amazing what you can do with room and facilities like that. It's just yeah, it can just elevate your practices and just your program in general. So love it.
Well, and you kind of built up Salina Central before you came here, and Great Bend had already been doing pretty well with like a couple of top 7 finishes the last 2 years. Not in the rankings so far this year, but some individuals we can talk about. I'm going to start you out with 165 pounds. You got a senior in Jay Sharts. He beat the top-ranked kid at one point, regional champion. What are you seeing out of him so far?
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most excited about him is just him stepping up as a leader. You know, how he works in the room, and even things in the off season he did. You know, we had the kids camp, and one thing that stuck out to me was he was there helping out with that, and we had a session with the kids, just kind of talking about, you know, why do you love wrestling, and what are your goals, and he was sitting around with a group of them, and just the way he talked to them was impressive. So you can tell he's a diehard Panther and wants the program to succeed, and I think that's what I'm excited just to see how he'll be as a leader, and how he kind of buys into things, and I'm big on sports psychology and finishing strong, and I know then his year didn't finish with a state championship, which is what his goal was, so hopefully I can give him some tactics to peak at the end and really make the state tournament his best tournament. But I'm excited with how he's doing so far and how he's been working in the room.
And always kind of fun when a sibling comes along, and I've known the Sharches for a while, and here comes little Kyle, the freshman at 113. What will he bring to the squad this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's extremely talented and really I enjoyed coaching him, even in the offseason a little bit, and you know, he listens. I mean, sometimes you get those kids that get success early in their career, and they think they know everything, you know, at 12, 13 years old, and you can tell he doesn't have that. You know, there's a reason why he is successful. You know, he's coachable. So, yeah, I mean, he does some things for a freshman that, you know, you don't see very often, and the biggest thing for him, my goal would be to keep him hungry, to keep pushing him so that he doesn't get satisfied with just kind of being where he's at. I would hope that his goal would be to be the best ever in Great Bend, and you know, I think that should be what he's striving for. And if he does that, then he's going to have to continue pushing himself, because there's some great Bend wrestlers that have came out of here. So I'm excited for his future for sure.
Talking to new Panther wrestling coach Lars Luters, a name that we always throw around, definitely in football season, Trenton Kern. They've got him ranked number 6 all class, number 5 in class 5A at 215. Coming off a big football season, expectations for that kid?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of same thing, you know. I mean, I'm getting acclimated with the kids and things like that. I think a big thing is making sure that they have the right approach to the season, you know, especially early, making sure that you're, you know, every day you're just trying to learn and get better. And, you know, he's, you can tell, you know, just the way he moves in the room, you can tell why he's a good football player. And hopefully I can, you know, he's right in the wheelhouse where I wrestled in college. So hopefully, you know, I'm excited to get to work with him and wrestle with him and show him some new things. And, you know, I think he could have a big season, you know, especially, you know, with us working together and the other coaches as well.
We might have to put that one on pay-per-view. We saw one of his slams last year, and it's epic. And then one more we'll talk about real quick. Tristan Tomlinson, he's a kid who's been ranked since he's a freshman, and he keeps getting a little bit heavier. How does that change the outlook for him?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes kids struggle with that, but I know he's lifting and he looks good for the weight. He doesn't look small, and once again, his style kind of matches with mine, you know, with cradles and that kind of thing. And he's one kid that's a lot of them have, but just as talking about leadership, he's been a really good leader in the room, really positive and uplifting, and in the off season, this summer really bought into a lot of things that we were trying to do, and that meant a lot to me, and I think he's helped guide this team along, these first 2 weeks. So I think this is the year that he's going to get over the hump, and I hope that I'm a big part of that, and I think he could really do some things rather than finishing 5th or 6th. He could be in the top 3. So it's just a work in progress. It's a journey, but excited for the season as it progresses.
Talking to Panther Wrestling coach Lars Lueders. One more here. New on the schedule this year, you guys will open the season out of state at Kearney, Nebraska. How'd that come about and how exciting?
Yeah, really exciting. I think, especially early, but just throughout the year, I think, it's easy to go to tournaments that are around you. It's easy to do what you've always done, but to really get to the next level, to me, you have to have kids that not only want to, compete well and do well in Kansas, but want to do well, against other states as well. So the long-term vision is, we're going to be the best in Kansas every year, but then, after that, it's the best in the Midwest every year, and then you just kind of keep progressing. And I think it's good for kids to see other styles, see teams that they've never seen. It's easy for kids, especially now with technology. They can look up everybody's stats from when they're like 5 years old. So to get in a mentality where it doesn't matter, you don't care who you wrestle, you just go out and wrestle. I think go out of state helps that because obviously you're not going to know those kids too well. But I'm well aware, I know Kearney well, and I've always been impressed with their program. I've seen them, at different tournaments throughout the years, and they have a great college. They were in my conference in college, and they just have a good system that honestly that Great Bend could be very similar with. So I think, just kind of natural fit, and I've known their coach and have known Kearney people for a while, so it seemed like a great opportunity. It's not too far away, it's like a trip to Liberal almost, so, but it's out of state, makes it a big deal, and I think that's what the kids need. They need to get excited for different things and have different type of trips, and that's when you can put a full season together.
Awesome. Been hearing from Great Bend High School Wrestling coach Lars Lueders. Coach, good to hear from you. Excited to see some first results this weekend, and we'll look forward to talking to you each week.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me, and looking forward to it as well. Take care.
More Sports Day after this.
Discover affordable education with Barton Online. Whether you're looking to pick up a class or earn your associate degree, we've got you covered for less than half the cost of a university. We are always enrolling with 5 sessions available this fall, including 16, 8, and 4-week sessions. Get started when it fits your schedule. Tackle your gen eds or the first 2 years of college with a low-cost pathway and save time and money with Barton Online. Visit online.bartonccc.edu and enroll today.
All right, good show today. Appreciate Coach Jade Winter coming in for the program, and also Jillian Reimer and Jordan Harbaugh and Miles Minges. Great career at Fort Hays State University. Hey, on tomorrow's show, we'll get you ready for the Panther boys. Head coach Kyle Cree will be in the Mayo Money Management Studio. He'll talk Salina South and the season ahead for the Panthers. Great Bend baseball player Carson Humphreys will be talking about his experience at the 17th Annual World Power Showcase Home Run Derby and All-American World Classic. It was held in Texas at Globe Life Field, home of the Texas Rangers. So, good show for you tomorrow, a Thursday. Thanks for joining us today on a Wednesday on KVGB.
Agriculture Today on 1590 KVGB.